Let's see this topic of time and work. Coming to aptitude topic, this time and work is going to have a lot of weightage in almost all the competitive exams. So let's see all the types of questions that they might ask in the exam. So why this topic is important is the kind of questions they might ask is, they'll say that in order to complete a project, if one person works, they'll say that it is taking n number of days. Then if two people work, what is the amount of time it takes to finish it? So let's take an example. They might say that in order to construct a building, they might say that it requires 100 days if one person is working. Okay, now they might ask, if two people work on it, then how many days does it take? It is obviously 50, given that both the people are having same capabilities, right? And if 3 people are working or 4 people are working, how many days does it take? And other kind of questions they might ask is, they'll say that person A will be able to finish some work in n days, and person B will be able to finish the same work in m days. So what does it mean? Both are having different capabilities, right? If they are trying to finish the same work, if person A is taking n days and person B is taking m days, then obviously both are having different capabilities. Then they will ask, if both of them are put to work on the same project, both of them are working combinedly, then how many days does it take? So there are various methods of solving it. I'll just introduce to you the basic method, then later while solving the numericals we shall see all the methods possible. Now assume that since they are doing the same work, you can assume that the total amount of work is W units. Okay, now say this, A is taking n days to finish it, B is taking m days to finish it, but both of them are working on the same project, so I'm assuming that both are trying to finish the same work, which is W units, right? Now both of them are doing the same work. Then I want to find out the rate at which they are working. Rate. So what is generally rate? Rate is nothing but anything per time, isn't it? Units per time, or let's say here units per days. Since we are assuming the W is in some units, then units per days is the rate. How to find it out is, see this. Now A is able to finish W units of work in n days, then how many units will he be able to finish in one day? See this, in n days A is able to finish W units, right? Then in one day how many units will he be able to finish? It is nothing but W by n units per day. That is called the rate. Now I'll find out the rate. So rate of A is W by n. In one day, if we let him work, he'll be able to finish this much work, right? That is the meaning of units per day. In one day, these many units. How many units? W by n. Similarly, what about B? W by m. Units per day, right? Now instead of finding these days directly, find out the rate and then find out if we let them work, both of them work together, how many units they will be able to finish in one day. It is nothing but the number of units A finishes in one day plus the number of units B finishes in one day, which means W by n plus W by m. Got it? Now if you pull out W as common, you are going to get it as m into n by m plus n. So what is this number? This is the number of units they can finish per day, given that this has to be m plus n by mn, right? Yeah, m plus n by mn. So this is the amount of work both of them can finish in one day if they are working together. This is the units per day, right? Now understand this. W into m plus n by mn units of work can be done in one day. That is the meaning of this one, right? Then now the question is, how much time does it take for them to finish the project? Initially we assumed that the total amount of work required to finish the project is W units. Therefore from this you are supposed to find out how many days does it take for us to finish W units of work. Therefore the number of days required to finish W units of work is m into n. I am just multiplying with m into n so that that goes the other way, and then divide it with m by n, right? Isn't it? So these days, so this is how you can solve such problems, right? So as we go further, we are going to see various models in which more than one person may work. 10 people may try to complete the same work, 20 people may try to complete the same work, but this is how we are going to solve all those questions, right? So what did I say? Basic models in this topic will be like this: A can do it in n days and B can do the same work in m days. If both of them are put together to work, then how many days does it take, right? And they might ask you any questions on this. For example, they might give you this value, and they might miss this, or they might miss this. So depending on the question, we shall see it, right? And it is not the only way. So even though I have derived it as a formula, we are never going to use formulas in this topic. Just by using the normal methods, we can do it. I'll show you how. Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%. But all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities, but whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.